a test that will determine whether you are ready for retirement. It's a short video, and this is a 5-minute test. So if you're thinking about retirement, then take this test. It's just verbally, so that you'll be able to score yourself during the video. Most people believe that they are preparing for retirement, and they're saving a little money. They're investing here and there, and buying land and a few plots there and there, and sometimes they're contributing for pension plan or scheme. But when you test the real numbers, when you test their finances, then the results are often shocking, because retirement readiness is never about hope. As they say, that hope is not a strategy. It's always about numbers, a number. And today I want to give you a simple retirement test that involves 6 questions and 6 tests. If you pass most of them, then you will be on the right track. If you fail several of them, then you still have got time to fix. But you must start today. When? Today. So take a pen and a paper, or just keep a scorecard in your head, and let's begin. The test number 1 is known as the income test. And the first step is very simple. If your salary stopped today, when? Now. You don't have a salary. How long can you survive? Can you go for 1 month, for 2 months, for 6 months, for 1 year? And many people discover something uncomfortable here, that their lifestyle directly depends on their salary. No salary, no income. And that's not financial independence, that's financial dependence. Because retirement requires income that does not depend on your income, because retirement means that you are not going to work. So think about investments, businesses, real rental income, think about dividends, think about interest. Think about assets that continue working even when you're not working physically. So if your income stops the moment your job stops, you fail the test. And this takes us to test number 2. And this one, I call it the lifestyle test. The next question: do you know exactly how much your life costs per month? And I'm not saying an estimate, I'm thinking about an exact number. Your real expenses in terms of food, rent, clothing, transport, medical, family support. And similarly, just like the first question, most people guess and they get the wrong number, because retirement planning begins with one number, an actual number, because you can't pay bills with an imaginary number. You pay bills with an actual number. This is your monthly lifestyle cost. And because retirement must replace that particular number, it must replace that particular income. If your lifestyle costs 50,000 per month, rent, food, medical, is all of them, if they cost 50,000 per month, then your retirement income must replace the 50,000 per month. If you don't know this number, you cannot plan retirement, because you are planning it blindly. That's test number 2. Test number 3, the asset test. Now, this is the third test. Look at everything that you own. This would be your house, the land or the plot, your car, your investments, and ask yourself one question: which of these assets that you own, that I own, can pay you every single month? And the surprising thing is that many people discover that most of the assets that you own, they produce no income, they pay you no monthly income. Because a house is just a shelter, a car is just for transport, and the land that you have in Kamulu or Joska, it just sits there idle, probably not developed. These are, you might think they're assets, but some of them are liabilities, while some of them are assets that are not giving you income. So they are not retirement assets, because retirement requires income producing assets, money that has to be paid to you by that asset on a regular basis. So assets that generate cash flow, and this can be in form of dividends, interest, rent, business profits, and many other. So if your assets produce little or no income, You failed the test. And let's go to test number 4, question number 4. Inflation test. This is what most people underestimate because they don't talk about it because they don't know. Inflation. Prices rise every year. Prices fluctuate every year, and they don't fluctuate downwards, they fluctuate upwards. And slowly, food becomes expensive. Transport increases. Medical costs increases. And that is why your parents will tell you that when we were growing up, we used to buy sugar at 10 shillings. We used to buy sugar at 50 shillings. That is why 4 years ago, sugar was maybe 90 shillings per kilogram. Right now, it's maybe 120 or 240, whichever. So that is inflation. So over time, inflation quietly destroys the purchasing power of your money. So here is the real test. If your income stays the same for 20 years, will it support your lifestyle at that particular time? And if your monthly income is 100,000 today, what I want you to do, your prices will double. So you will need around 200,000 to maintain the same lifestyle 10 years to come. And many retirement plans fail this test because they ignore the test. And inflation will slowly erode that particular plan. A strong retirement plan must grow faster than inflation. So if you have some money, if you've saved some money for retirement, maybe 10 million, when you're watching this, ask yourself, and we round it up by a figure, maybe 7%. So 7% of 10 million will be a figure. Then add that the 7% of 10 million to 10 million. So ask yourself, with the money that I have now, plus 7% inflation rate, be able to serve me that particular time? You know the answer, whether you pass the test or you fail the test. Test number 5, the longevity test. Now, this is another important question. How long will your retirement last? Many people plan for 10 to 15 years of retirement, but life expectancy is slowly rising. Someone retiring at 60 might live up to 80 or 85 or some 90, or even some clock 100. And that is 25 to 30 years of retirement, 3 decades, longer than the time that you took in school. So your money must last that long. If your savings will run for 10 years or 15 years, then your retirement plan has got a serious financial problem. So longevity is a blessing, yes, but financially it requires preparation. So your investment must support a very long life horizon. So ask yourself, if I retire at 60, will the money that I have be able to last you for 20 years? You know the answer, whether you fail the test or you pass the test. Test number 6, this is the last one. I call it the medical cover test. Now, this is one test that almost everyone forgets and people don't factor in, but it's one of the most important, most significant medical cover, because a serious illness can destroy 20 or 30 years of your savings. Cancer treatment, surgery, long hospital stays, medical costs can reach millions of money. And retirement is the stage of life when medical needs increase because you are growing old. So if you do not have strong medical insurance, your retirement plan is very fragile because one illness can collapse it. So medical cover is not optional. It's a financial protection strategy. Without it, your investment may end up paying hospital bills instead of supporting your life during retirement. We are done with the questions now. What to do if you fail? If you fail number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, what do you do? Just be honest. Now, how many tests did you fail? Did you fail 1 or 2? Or if you just failed 1 or 2, you might be on the right track. If you fail 3 or 4, you need to make adjustments and you may need to make them soon. If you fail 5 or 6, then you need a serious retirement strategy. But yet the good news, most retirement mistakes are fixable, especially if you are in your 30s or 40s. So start with 3 priorities. Number 1, build income producing investments or assets. Number 2, control your lifestyle inflation. Number 3, protect yourself with insurance and emergency savings or funds. And 4, work on a medical cover now, because retirement is not built overnight. Retirement is not built in 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. It's built through consistent decisions over a long period of time. So, as I conclude, retirement readiness is not guesswork and it's not hope, because hope is not a strategy. It's a system that encompasses income, encompasses expenses, investments, protection, longevity planning, and health cover. If not the best, if you've not fixed that, then the best time will be to start doing it now. The easier retirement becomes, the easier your life will be when that time comes. So that's the video for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.